My name is Harry, I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is April 25th, 2023. It is 11:31 p.m. This is, I guess, third video of the day, and I think I'm probably gonna have another video because I have a lot of tweets to share with you, and it might go on for the next day because it's almost 12 p.m. But anyway, let's go on Twitter. All right. So this is the first tweet. Okay, Prince Judas corruption milestone so far. Phone hacking, good King Harry. All right, so she retweeted that. Okay, recap. Is there some comments? Okay, so there's some comments. It's not that much, but let's finish with that and then go into that. Okay, recap 2020-2021. Prince Harry and Meghan moved to California. Okay, Prince William senior aide helps the Daily Mail defense against Meghan's copyright lawsuit. William received secret phone hacking settlement from NGN. William's staff make bullying claim against Meghan and NGM on Times. All right, let's see here. I'm gonna read the comments here so I could finish with this and then go into that, the one that she retweeted. Corruption milestone. As far as I know, this list is shorter than cheating milestones, but I can be wrong. Okay, every time I hear this nonsense, it's boil my blood. Are they telling me everything that happened in their household is Mel on Sunday's property? Anyone see what I see? The Sun practically claimed British press as their private property. He needs to go ahead and publish those other 400 or so pages. There's that. Oh my, not Prince Judas. You bad. All right, so let's go into that. There was one more. Okay, let's finish. Then get awarded for it and New Year's honors list. Okay, so let's go into that. All right, so I just read this. Let's listen. This is the part that from the, you're gonna see screenshot. It's from Harry and Meghan's docu-series. All right.
When we were just about to go to the Court of Appeal, a senior member of the Duke of Cambridge's team came forward to give this witness statement, which wasn't required. And sadly, there's just no way he could have done that without the authority of his bosses.
Mail on Sunday was arguing all the way through this that actually this letter wasn't private because she shared a draft with her former press secretary, and she...
The thing with this, I know it so very well because Meghan says specifically, do not. Oh, there's the thing that I be sharing with you. All right. She shared it with him and said, this is confidential between her and Jason. Do not share it with anybody. She said it so many times. Oh, I know this backstory very well. There's the thing here that was, I have a copy of because it was submitted in court. But let's listen.
Shared some text messages with him. Even during the course of those text messages, Meghan said, obviously everything I have drafted is with the understanding that it could leak.
But still, that doesn't...
How do we deal with that? Like, how on earth... Like,
could leak doesn't mean that she's hoping it will be leaked, because she's thinking in the other side of the, you know... but the thing is that she told him, do not share it. She specifically said, do not share it.
that, I know. But you've got, like, it's your brother. I'm not going to say anything about your brother, but it's so obvious. It's like,
What's even
all...
This is more obvious the fact they're all trying to cover that. Again, Jason, the former aide of Meghan and Harry, as opposed to...
That's what I keep saying. I'm like, why are we talking about him as her former aide and not as the person who works for your brother?
That's why I'm now living in a different country. Because all the comms teams basically, like, try to outdo each other. but this is the contract, the symbiotic relationship between the two institutions working the best that it can.
Wow. The tabloid played the royal family. They played the royal family. They're gonna dissolve it. If the people speak, they done. They play them. I don't think Charles and William don't know their power. Like I've said.
Turns there. A bit of breaking news that we're getting to you. This is coming out in court documents that Prince William apparently settled a phone hacking claim against Rupert Murdoch's group of newspapers. This is coming from Reuters and from court documents that have just been revealed. Apparently, the settlement was for a very large sum. As per a secret deal, according to a lawyer for Prince Harry. This is in documents that have been revealed to the High Court in London, so that there was apparently some kind of agreement between Prince William and the Murdoch's UK newspaper group for a very large sum of money, according to Prince Harry, and also the late Queen was involved in discussions over this agreement, and also granted Prince Harry permission to seek a resolution against newsgroup newspapers. This is all coming out in court at the moment. Prince Harry is, of course, in one of a number of people who've been named in a High Court ruling against newsgroup newspapers. But we're hearing that there was apparently some settlement that was made for a large sum of money that the Queen was aware of. We'll bring you more on that and more analysis and details of that as we get it.
This is crazy. Alright, so Harry could talk, I mean, things are, whatever's in court document, it's fair deal. Okay, quote, far from being the hack to Murdoch, Prince William appeared to have taken about £1 million out of NGN coffers while sparing himself the ordeal of a court appearance. Guess what? There's a possibility he might have, I don't know, he might have to come to court at some point to explain why then he, there's different branch here that I'm seeing here. Okay, he's working against Harry, but he took money. Did he? Oh my God, this is so freaking like a pretzel. I don't even know how to explain it. Is he making it it's so much. Okay, the Telegraph appears to confirm Prince Harry's witness statement of a secret payout to bury hacking claims. Let's see this one. Blindsided by Prince Harry again, the royal must be feeling hacked off. Harry's witness statement depicts him as being on some sort of one-man quest to protect royal privacy. Camilla Tomney, her. That was what, yesterday. Okay, NGN deny any secret agreement with the palace, and there's no reason for Harry to lie about this, but we know the record, the history of those newspapers of lying, so I don't trust them. NGN deny any secret agreement with the palace. Sparks offered no comment on the settlement, although there are thought to have been negotiation with NGN and the run-up to Prince William's settlement. Royal sources have denied the existence of a formal pact. Like I said on the previous video, I don't think they gave William a good deal. I really don't think so. I don't know what the deal is, but in my humble opinion, if you had a deal like this, guess what? You will take your money and sit your ass down. But yet, he continued after he took the money. A settlement, but yet he's working against his brother. Why would you do that? So that means whatever it is that they settle with you is that you better continue do some stuff for us to get your brother on board, and then to doing the backstabbing. There's no way someone to get a settlement to do what he did. I don't think he get a good deal. Just remember that eventually it will come out. Okay, it's your brother, Meghan Markle's side. And facial expression is all of us today with this new revelation about Prince William's secret Murdoch deal. They used the same premeditated, orchestrated plot against Princess Diana. Notice how the friends, family, staff, and media all fall in line and play their role to carry out the crime. Lying, gaslighting, and the pretentious smile they use on the plebs. Meghan miscarried her second pregnancy due to stress from Daily Mail's case, the case in which Prince William was helping Daily Mail against Meghan. My God. The Daily Mail's lawyer accidentally CC'd Meghan's lawyer the private emails they were exchanging with Kensington Palace, with the Kensington Palace staff. Oh, let's go into that. I mean, I sort of heard about this a while back, but I never really followed through with that. I think they did that on purpose. Okay? This cannot be that of a mistaken. They probably did that on purpose to know. I mean, they have to do their job, but you know, they pretend because they saw this was so bad, so they they make that honest mistake. Okay, or someone hits William and the Daily Mail. So oops, yep, that's what I think too. Okay, God sent those emails to Meghan's lawyer. Okay, that was God. There are no accidents. After a hysterectomy, that will be hard. Okay. Let's go back. I just came from there. Okay, it all adds up. The problem is they grossly underestimate Harry. They are in for a bumpy ride. Okay, Charles was always about protecting himself and Camilla. William is all about just himself, and they all agree that Harry being the spare was fair game, but they hadn't counted on the fact that Harry is Diana's son and Meghan's husband. He's prepared to fight the good fight. Okay, poor Meghan, she has become the sacrificial lamb for every negative story on royal family. By now we know, because Meghan background is clean. Clean slate. She probably, I mean, she's human. I'm sure there are things that she did she's not gonna be happy about, but in comparison to those lots over there, there's no comparison. Okay, so anything that they point out about Meghan, we know it's already lie. So this doesn't bother me at all. But it's just too bad that they doing that. You know what, let me not say because it's not me. Okay, it's not my name they're using, it's her name. So I hope she find the peace and quiet, that peace of mind. Okay, and hopefully she get the justice that she deserves, because it's not my name. So I don't know how will I react or be what mental state I will be, because it's not me, and I don't hope, knock on wood, it never be me, because this is not good. But we know for a fact Meghan's is not that type, whatever it is that they're writing about her. Okay, a black woman they can use and abuse at the expense of everyone in the royal family. Even Harry doesn't get the level of hate she does. Okay, she does, even though she's not a part of the royal family and fighting and has nothing to do with it. Okay, utterly disgraceful. It is worse than previously imagined. Poor Harry. And the thing is that I really think God sent Meghan to Harry. There's one video I was talking how God sent Meghan to Harry when I was editing it. I finished editing. I was gonna upload it. Guess what? I went back and cut it out. I was like, I was talking too much in terms of this thing. I didn't want to scare people off, because this has to be a thing from God. There's no way anybody, a woman, could be able to sustain this kind of thing with Harry. It's too much. All right, next week. Prince Harry alleged that, quote, a secret agreement, end quote, had been reached between the monarchy and senior exec at NGN, whereby the royal will bring phone hacking claim after public litigation ended, at which point the claim will be admitted or settled with an apology. Okay, so let me click on that so I could put the link in the description. How long is that? Okay, it's not that long, so let's read it to see if it matches with what I read in video 2. Alright, Queen had secret agreement with Murdoch papers to spare Harry hacking trial ordeal, court hears. The Duke of Sussex claims secret deal included very large payout for his brother Prince William. Queen Elizabeth II entered into a, quote, secret agreement, end quote, with Rupert Murdoch, British tabloid, to spare Prince William and Harry from a phone hacking trial. Well, I guess she was trying to look the best interest for them. I don't know. Okay, the Duke of Sussex has claimed in new legal papers, quote, the late monarch and top Buckingham Palace staff approved the deal, allegedly negotiated without legal advice. Okay, so this is new. The other one did not say that. Without legal advice. In 2012, with the publisher, how old was Harry in 2012? Yeah, he was already an adult. Okay, in 2012, with the publishers of The Sun and News of the World, and a bid to avoid, quote, reputational damage, end quote, to the royal institution. Remember, the Queen, she let us know at a very young age that
I declare before you all that my whole life, whether it be long or short, shall be devoted to your service and to the service of our great imperial family to which we all belong.
she will do everything she could to protect the crown. So I guess she was doing her thing here. She was acting on behalf of the crown, and at the same time do the best, okay, put the fine line between those two. Okay, Prince Harry's lawyer made the revelation today at the High Court in London as Murdoch's News Group newspaper bid to strike out an action over the alleged interception of royal communication and the theft of other private information for stories. As I'm reading this, there's something I didn't cover it, where I think the York sisters were seen with the one who told Meghan to go back to America. So I don't know, maybe they're settling things out. This is the only thing I could see, I could think of. I didn't follow the thing, I didn't read that thing, nothing, but I'm just going by image, okay, by image only. So don't take my word for it. Okay, NGN challenging claim brought by Harry and the actor Hugh Grant, okay, on the basis it says they have exceeded a 6-year time limit for bringing a legal action and therefore cannot have their cases tested at trial in February 2014. Okay, lawyers for both says NGN conceal and destroy evidence of widespread newsroom criminality and that any matter of limitation should be decided at the full trial. Harry's position is that NGN broke the secret agreement it had with his grandmother and the royal institution, and under which he revealed Prince William quietly settled his own case for misuse of private information in 2020 for a very large sum of money. And the thing is that for settling, that shows guilt as well. So that part alone, when you think about, I think that's what I was thinking about in video 2, my earlier recording today, before I start this one. And I was thinking about it and I lost it. This is the thing. The newspaper settling with the brother, with the other brother, that's a form of guilt. If you were not guilty, why would you settle? You see what I mean? So that part alone, giving Harry a little inch of credibility for his case if it goes to trial. Okay, explaining, I don't know if anybody see it that way, but that's the way that I see it. Okay, if they didn't see it, if they didn't do anything wrong, why settle? All right, explaining the 2012 agreement, the Duke of Sussex said, quote, my brother and I were also told by either the institution solicitor, Gary Terrell of Harbado and Lewis, or someone else from the institution that there was no possibility of either of us bringing claim against NGN for the phone hacking at that time. So this is the thing they were telling them at that time. Okay, so what did NGN do to break the agreement with the grandmother, with Queen Elizabeth? Let's see now. Quote, the rationale behind this was that a secret agreement had been reached between the institution and senior executive at NGN whereby members of the royal family will bring phone hacking claim only at the conclusion of the mobile telephone voicemail interception litigation. Okay, I don't know anything about that. As for 12-year series of phone hacking lawsuit that has cost NGN more than an estimate £1.5 billion, and at that stage the claim will be admitted or settled with an apology. Okay, the Duke of Sussex said the Queen and Palace were motivated to keep further detail of any royal communication with NGN admitted in 2006. It was intercepted. Okay, intercepting via former Nat Royal, Nat W Royal editor Clive Goodman out of the public domain for fear of a repeat of the 1993 Tampon-Gate scandal, in which tape calls between Prince Charles and Camilla Parker Bowles were published, revealing an affair between the future king and Queen Consort. Harry added, quote, "The reason for this secret agreement was to avoid the situation where a member of the royal family will have to sit in the witness box and recount the specific detail of the private and highly sensitive voicemails that had been intercepted by Clive Goodman." My goodness. So they must, oh my God, these people, who did they intercept? That Clive Goodman, who did he intercept? Was it William? To hold that against him and say, you better settle so this doesn't go to trial, or we're gonna put this out there? This is the only thing I could come about this. Okay, the institution was incredibly nervous about this and wanted to avoid at all costs the sort of reputational damage that it had suffered in 1993 when The Sun and another tabloid had unlawfully obtained and published detail of an intimate telephone conversation that took place between my father and stepmother in 1989 while he was still married to my mother. Quote, "This agreement included the promise from NGN to delay resolution was obviously a major factor as to why no claim was brought by me at that time." They asked for the delay, and now they're using the delay to prevent Harry from moving forward with his part. Oh my goodness. NGN itself denied any wrongdoing. Okay, so why did you pay William then? If you didn't do anything wrong, why did you pay William? That's a question they need to ask. Okay, NGN itself denied any wrongdoing on behalf of The Sun and did not confirm the existence of the secret agreement, continually referring to it as an allegation rather than a fact, but saying in any event it showed Harry knew he had a case in 2012 and should therefore have come to court no later than 2018. Oh my God. Wow, they delayed and then they're saying, oh my God, all the baggage forgot. The Duke's lawyer added, in 2017, the claimant and the institution began to push for the outstanding claim to be resolved. However, news filibuster and relation to this until in 2019, the claimant had enough and issued his claim. There was a disruption at the start of the 3-day limitation hearing when streaming of proceeding fell in Court 15 at the Royal Court of Justice Rules Building, denying both claimants who were not present in person the ability to follow their case, forcing managing judge Mr. Justice Fincourt to move matters to a much smaller court 24. Okay, I don't know. I might have heard some stuff, but I didn't follow. I'm not 100% sure about all of this. Okay, so they're explaining. Okay, they probably did that on purpose too, because at the height was that Harry was already okay. They were trying to do it remotely, it seems like, but there's a possibility they make people make the thing messed up, you know, electronic messed up, and then pretend that there's a problem and they can't move forward. That could possibly be, and then they move things and things change and hell break loose and give them another lifeline to create another tactic to prevent that from moving forward again. That's what I see here. Okay, there, more than an hour later than expected, Justice Fincourt opened by describing the NGN application as one for summary judgment to dismiss the case without the hearing of all evidence or cross-examination. Oh my goodness. Okay, Justice Fincourt will hear closing argument on Thursday and will hand down his judgment at a date to be set. The case continue. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. All right, I'm glad that I read it, because this is added information and other things in comparison to what I read earlier. So did I, let's see, let's go back to this. Okay, if this succeed, they'll show that almost his entire life Prince Harry has been a target of relentless press intrusion, with unlawful behavior allegedly continuing until as recently as 2016. All right, there's more things here. I'll click this, but I'm not gonna read it. Okay, all of this will be in the description. Okay, Prince William was paid a very large sum by the owner of the Sun newspaper to settle historical phone hacking claim, court papers say. The payment in 2020 was revealed in papers from Prince Harry's lawyer as part of his legal action against NGN. Okay, we have an idea of that. I'll click that just to give you the link. All right, go back to Twitter. I already have an idea. Prince Harry claim against the son extend far beyond phone hacking. The allegation of illegal information gathering are more similar to the tactic used by publishers of the Mail, which Harry is suing under a separate lawsuit. Oh my goodness. Okay, I think I went over this. Harry says News UK failed to uphold its side of the secret agreement when he sought disapology in 2017. Meeting arranged with Rebecca Brooks, the chief executive of Murdoch's News UK, and Robert Thompson, the global head of News Corp, went nowhere. All right, there's that. I think, yeah, this is what I read in video 2. Okay, why did British tabloid resort to illegal information gathering tactic against the younger royal like Prince Harry? All right, let's see this here. Royal news and gossip was a staple of the output. Okay, royal news and gossip was a staple of the output, but the problem was that in 2006 and 2010, the younger member of the family, who the public was most interested, wouldn't cooperate, as they blamed the press for Diana's death. Okay, I'm telling you, oh my god, I see what they did here. The father is evil, to prevent, knowing that when he gets to be king, to prevent the things that he did with his mistress to be on the front page, he passed it on to his kids. And this is the thing that I said about the queen. When it comes to the queen's children, she does what she needs to do to protect them. But meanwhile, the Charles, on the other hand, he got his mom to do that secret deal for him to protect him, give him a lifeline, and then he passed that nonsense to his kids. Oh my god, he didn't do anything to protect his kids like the queen did to protect him. This is pure evil, and Harry's putting a stop.
Suffered. Do everything you can to make sure that whatever negative experiences that you had, that you can make it right for your kids. We chose to put our mental health first. That's what we're doing, and that's what we will continue to do. Isn't this all about breaking the cycle? Isn't this all about making sure that history doesn't repeat itself? That whatever pain and suffering has happened to you, that you don't pass on?
And meanwhile, I think they're trying to erase Harry. Oh my god. Wow. This is sad. Let me go into that. Okay. Let me highlight this. How much more there is? Oh, there's a lot. Okay. So I'll see, this is why I highlighted. Okay, I was here. Okay, let's read everything and then I'll come back to this. Royal news gossip. Okay, I read this. Okay, Harry claimed that shortly before his wedding, he was informed Murdoch's company wouldn't apologize to the Queen and the rest of the British royal family at the stage because they always come with an excuse to move the thing forward, knowing that to waste time. That's what it is. Okay, they have to admit not only was the news of the world involved in phone hacking, but also the sun. Yeah, they give them something to hold on to, hope. Okay, they give the royal family hope, and then when hope comes and they change it again, they give them another hope to hold on without do their part. Oh my god. Okay, Charles undermined late Queen's plan to sue News UK. Okay, Prince Harry. Alright, Harry claimed his father intervened because he wanted to ensure the son supported his and Camilla's future. Look, I didn't even read this. I was right, he passed it on to his kid while he's trying to protect himself. Oh my god, and Harry's not having it. Alright, I'll go into that as well. Let's click on this. Alright, I'll come to this. This is too much. If I don't read it, the link will be in the description. I feel like this is my life mission, to right the wrongs of the very thing that drove us out, because it took my mom, it took Caroline Flack, who was my girlfriend, and it nearly took my wife, and If that isn't good enough reason, I don't know what is. Prince Harry. Wow. They took 2 people of his. Oh my goodness. Can you think about it? And then he lost his child too. He lost his child. Okay. Prince Harry thinks this is vindication for everything his mother went through. He'll take the stand.
Do you really believe that a campaign was being waged against him?
Yes, I did. Absolutely. Yeah.
Why?
I was a separated wife to the Prince of Wales. I was a problem, full stop. Never happened before. What do we do with her?
Can't we pack her off to somewhere quietly rather than campaign against her?
She won't go quietly. That's the problem. I'll fight till the end.
Okay, he's got the money and the will to do this. All right, let's see here. This is 2 minutes and 36 seconds. Let's listen.
Look, there is every chance that the judge just decides that Rupert Murdoch and his team of lawyers have a point, and that Harry has left this too long, and that everyone else has, you know, sort of brought their phone hacking claim in a previous decade virtually, and that Harry, along with all the other claimants, and that includes, as we know, Hugh Grant and David Furnish and Elton John and Doreen Lawrence, it may be that this whole thing goes. But if it doesn't, what we are learning is that Harry, Prince Harry, is one of those few people who is willing to see this through to the end.
Can't we pack her off to somewhere quietly rather than campaign against her?
She won't go quietly. That's the problem. I'll fight till the end.
That he has said he'll take the stand. He'll be in court. He wants to do this, I'm imagining, because he somehow thinks of it as vindication for everything that his mother went through and everything that she died actually for. And I wonder whether somewhere this has become a very, very emotional question for Harry. It's clearly not about the money. He's already been offered, I think, 200,000 or something in that region as a payout. If he's not accepting that, yes, either he's trying to climb much, much higher, or else he's just saying, I want to see Murdoch brought to his knees over this.
I think that's exactly right. I mean, look, I think that he's got the money to do it. And crucially, he's got the will to do it. And that's the difference, right, with all of the other people who've come and gone before. Most people who have engaged in this, they don't want the endless story and the stories that come their way as a result of taking these people on. Harry's been there. He's done it. Mm-hmm. And his whole objective isn't to get the money. It is to, I think in some sense we saw it when we saw the Meghan and Harry documentary. We saw it in Spare. I think there's a sense he has of destiny with this, that this is his role now, is to bring truth, to teach truth to these institutions. It is Harry against the world. And the reason this matters isn't just because this is like a royal salacious story. The point is that if this does come to trial, and this does start in January of next year, as Jim was saying, then the capacity for collateral damage and for huge damage, not only against Murdoch, not only against the wider press, but indeed the collateral damage on the royal family itself could be huge. Yeah. And we know, frankly, he doesn't care.
That's right.
Is to bring truth, to teach truth to these institutions. It is Harry against the world. And the reason this matters isn't just because this is like a royal salacious story. The point is that if this does come to trial, and this does start in January of next year, as Jim was saying, then the capacity for collateral damage and for huge damage, not only against Murdoch, not only against the wider press, but indeed the collateral damage on the royal family itself could be huge. Yeah. And we know, frankly, he doesn't care. And we know, frankly, he doesn't care.
Take a step forward into what I hope can be a more peaceful life.
That's the thing. He doesn't care. And then they went after his wife to make him more determined to go after them. That's the thing. They didn't see that coming. They went after his wife. And then all the people that he loved, they took it away from him. He lost his own child as well in the process. Almost lost his wife. So he's determined. He doesn't give a damn about the institution anymore. Because everybody's looking out for themselves. Oh my God. That Prince William phone hacking. Where was this? Was this in the UK? Where was that? This is like serious talk. You never hear anything like that come out of the UK. I don't know where this come from. Alright, that Prince William's phone had been hacked by the news of the world was well known, but while many suspected there might have been a financial settlement that was never announced or confirmed, and the Murdoch organization clearly preferred it that way. And the other thing, it seems like this year he's just paying out things. We got the Dominion, and there's another lawsuit that's coming up with another company. And I've heard today that there was which company was that? Not a company, which country? I think somewhere in Australia. I think the Murdoch company was suing an online company or a website or something. I don't know too much about it, but I heard about it. That they were suing, but after what happened in the US with the Dominion and Rupert Murdoch deposition, he said yes, he was aware of certain things that was being said that were lie, and they used that. They were gonna use that against them. So I think they settled out of court, or they dropped the case or something like that. Okay, so yeah, I think that's in Australia, by the way. Australia. Against them. Okay, let's see here. I read that. Comment. News William hacking payout remind us what kind of operation Rupert Murdoch won. Alright, so there's that. Okay, how on earth could these people have known the extent of their claim when NGN has gone so much great length to conceal the truth and destroy evidence, where even the police and government of the day are scared to hold them accountable or seek justice against them? Prince Harry. This, did I share that? Let's read that. This is Brian Cape Court, one of the journalists in the UK. A few lines from Prince Harry's court statement. Oh, that's okay, good. Okay, my view is, how can anybody possibly trust, be influenced by, or accept a media organization that enjoy the liberties of free press when its senior executive and board cover up the truth by making false denial, lying, conceal documents, creating fake email chains, and destroying evidence, including both emails and computer hardware, and then have the gall to try to strike out people's legitimate claims on the basis that they should have known they had a claim much earlier. How on earth could these people have known the extent of their claims when NGN has gone to such great length to conceal the truth and destroy evidence, when they have the powers that they have, and where even police and government of the day are scared to hold them accountable or seek justice against them? They can truly believe they are above the law, and if they're above the law, then it's the general public and the country that suffers. It's really that simple. And I think the reason Harry holds the 400 pages from Spare, he didn't make it public, I guess it depends on what goes on trial. If they toss out the thing and it doesn't go to trial, then he has no choice but to reveal. Okay, if it doesn't go to trial, he's just gonna spill everything out, let the world know what it is about, and then if they dare to sue him, bring it to court again. Yeah, I think that's why he hold that 400 pages. Wow, I never thought I would live to see the day this young lad grow up to take on those crooks that destroy his mother and now his wife. William is despicable. Can we have a link to read the all court statement? I know, I want that too. My goodness, may he be abundantly blessed forever. Good King Harry. Okay, Harry truly is a noble warrior. I respect him so much for taking on this fight. He does not cower away like the other royals, but faces the media heads on, born later the people's true king. Good King Harry. Grand Prince Harry, tell them. Compelling statement. I felt it. Wow. We told you, Harry is the treasure of this country. You had his mom, The country rejected her. Now you have an heir, Harry, and you have tried to do the same. UK, you don't deserve him. Okay, and he is most definitely right, because history has clearly demonstrated that these type of media companies destabilize government, and a real harm comes to folks with destabilized government. Yep, this is the thing. That was the whole plan, to destabilize the institution. Right now, the Murdoch thing, work is done. This is why he's going out paying left and right. Okay, now the people who help them, the reporters, all of that, they have to look out for themselves now, because the whole plan is to destabilize. The same thing they were trying to do in the US. You see the lies that they were trying to carry out, the whole length of trying to mess up the 2020 election. That's it. To destabilize government. That's it. Okay, this all connected with the Ukraine war and everything. Okay, if you guys been listening to my some of my podcasts, with my humble opinion, not the technical and to all of this espionage, this nonsense, but I was reading between the line. Yeah, this is it. This person is spot on. Okay, and he is most definitely right, because history has clearly demonstrated that this type of media companies destabilize governments, and real harm comes to folks with destabilized governments. Okay, stop for profit. Okay, wow. Prince Harry, seeming honesty and passion for justice is extremely powerful. You get that in his book as well, even though in my opinion he was holding back in the book. But here, when he says, quote, even the police and the government of the day is scared to hold them accountable, is compelling. Yep, Diana will be proud. Exactly. I mean, this have to make you think. Can you imagine what Princess Diana went through by herself? And then you got the older son sold her out. Okay, there's this here. Here's the story of Harry and the news of the world, and how it brought the latter down. All right, so many things to go over. All right, I finished with all of the thread that she put here, and now I'm going on to the comment. This itself is a video by itself. Okay, there's me here. Now when they say queen, which queen are they talking about? At that time I didn't read the stuff. Okay, the bloodline queen or the self-proclaimed queen. No wonder they want Harry back in the UK, take his cottage away, etc. Let's see here. Someone responded. Okay, I didn't read the thing, so whatever. Anybody could make fun of me because I didn't read the thing. This at that time when I made my response 8 hours ago. Okay, this sound like the heirs play the spare. But the spare is not playing it. He undermined the spare, because this is the thing, the hierarchy in the UK, where there's an order, you listen to the one who's the close to the throne or whatever. So they train Harry to be submissive to William, but on this part Harry was not playing it. Okay, so William thought he got Harry under control, because whatever he said and do, when you look at, for instance, since they were a kid, Harry's trying to pick up the puppy. As soon as Harry got the grip of the puppy, William coming out of nowhere, make him put it down. So they were training William to be that way, to be power over Harry. But this is the only thing they could not get Harry to go along with. That's the thing. Okay, and then they went after his wife too, so Harry was not having it. Okay, all the people he loves and everything like that, they took it away from him, so he was like, he's not having it. Okay, the swamp in which the monarchy finds itself is getting bigger and bigger. Yeah, instead of dealing with the thing heads on, they keep on pushing it back, trying to cover up after cover up, but Harry's gonna destroy everything. How did William accept the settlement without agreeing with his brother? That's another thing too. Okay, what did he do with the money he received? That's the thing. And this is why I don't think he got a good deal, because he was working to destroy. He probably speak on. Oh, there's the other thing as well. Remember, was it in Spare where they put out the statement and Harry said they didn't even ask his approval for that statement, but they put his name on it? This is the same thing they would do with Harry there as well. So he probably take the deal and say, oh, I'll get my brother to agree. Don't worry about that. We make the agreement, blah, 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 blah. But meanwhile, they probably got things on William they didn't want to put out. They held on to those things. I mean, eventually, all of these are going to come out. Whatever they're trying to hide, everything is going to come out eventually. Okay? So he spoke on behalf of of Harry. And then Harry was like, nope, I'm not playing this. You didn't talk to me. This one, he's not taking it. Let me see this one. The payment was for the case William bought when his and Kate phone were hacked. The settlement was for that case. Okay. There's something is missing. I'm not 100% sure about that. Okay. And now we have another reason why not one royal spoke out in defense of Meghan after the Sun published Clarkson's sexual violence fantasy. That's the thing. They don't want to leave her alone. And Harry's not, okay, you won't leave my family alone? Then heads on. Okay, not that they needed any other reason besides demonstrably not caring about her dignity or well-being. Okay, that is why they are trying their best to destroy and tarnish the credibility of Harry. Okay, most likely, there are more secret agreement between royal family and the press. This is something. Well, one thing we know for sure is that Harry will be heading right back to California after 5/6 to get to his son's party. Okay, I mean, we knew it already, but I think we can all agree he will be in and out. Yep, Harry's done with them. Wow. Okay, there's some stuff here. Oh my God, my list is so... Okay, there were some things I get. This one, let's come to this one. Oh my God. Ah, so that's a long thread. Okay, so let's read that thread. Okay, this is the one that I came into. Okay, back at the High Court. So let's follow this. This is someone who's doing the thing. Okay, someone who's reporting on what's going on in the court. Okay, let's see here. Back, I just realized the minute she said that. Back at the High Court for another explosive Prince Harry court case against the tabloid. This time it's the Sun and the News of the World. Okay, Prince Harry is not here at the High Court today, but his presence looms large in the British judicial system right now. This is the latest in a series of legal battles against tabloid newspapers. Okay, there's this one here. Prince Harry accuses the Sun and the News of the World of multiple unlawful acts, illegally intercepting voicemails, blagging private info like phone bills or medical records, using private investigators to commit unlawful acts. Okay, the allegation date as far back as 1994 right up until 2016. Prince Harry claimed the Sun and the News of the World illegally obtained and printed highly sensitive information about his late mother's state of mind, his welfare, age just 10, and their relationship behind the scene. Wow. It claimed that in 2016, News Group newspaper instructed an American private investigator to get private info about Meghan and the full knowledge that it was unlawful. Okay, Prince Harry's lawyer says there was a secret agreement between the royal family and the News Group newspaper, which meant he can bring a claim for phone hacking at that time. Okay, so these are the same thing I read from the article. The royal family allegedly agreed to delay bringing a claim until the end of the phone hacking litigation process. Then NGN will admit to settle would admit or settle such a claim with an apology. So right now it seems like NGN doesn't want to do any of that, and undermine the brother, and then to stop Harry from continuing it. Court paper claim senior NGN executive deliberately concealed wrongdoing, lying to the court, the Met Police Leveson inquiry, MPs, and the public. Destroying millions of incriminating emails and paying hush money to former employees to avoid them revealing the truth. Oh my goodness. It seems like the judge should say anyone who, because this is too much. This is just too much. Like the thing I was reading in one of the comments here, this is to destabilize a government. Okay, anyone who had any agreement, whether they pay them or not, that's it. So the court will not recognize that anymore, because this is just too much, and let those people who feel like they want to talk could speak. This is too much. Okay, let me bookmark this. I want to take screenshot for you guys to put on my community board for you. This is good. I just started following her, so there's a possibility she might who is she? Okay, correspondent at ITV. Okay, oh, a lot of the squaddies are following her, so now I'm following her. She might do the thing again when there's another thing coming. All right, what else did I say I was coming? Okay, royal news and gossip was a staple of the court. This one as well is a thread. Oh my god, people are writing threadlets. And am I following this person? Okay, 32 other you follow or following. So court and politics reporter mostly seen at byline time. Oh, definitely needs to follow. Anybody who's with byline is worth following. Okay, these I will take screenshot for you guys for my community board and Instagram. Okay, why did the Sun News of the World hack William and Harry so much? A thread. Okay, royal news and gossip was a staple of their output, but the problem was that in 2006-2010 the younger members of the family who the public was most interested wouldn't cooperate, as they blamed the press for Diana's death. Okay, the royal reporters were also mostly middle-aged men in suit. They wouldn't exactly blend in at the London night spot the young set hung out. Okay, so they turned to phone hacking. Oh, I see. That makes sense. That doesn't mean it's right, but I see. Okay, so they turned to phone hacking of the family themselves, their girlfriends, their girlfriends' friends. Oh my god, you get the picture. Okay, that's why today's news is interesting, because it suggests that news group has for the first time admitted it wasn't just the late lamented News of the World that hacked the royals reporters at the Sun, then edited by current group CEO Rebecca Brooks did too. Full story. Okay, so there's that here. I'm gonna too much to read. I'll leave the links for you. I don't think I'm gonna read all the other ones. This is for you guys, so I'll put all of this in the description for you. All right, so let's go back. So I just followed this guy and I think I bookmark it. Who else? Harry, I read that. I went over this. Okay, so this is another video by itself. Okay, so let's do a prayer. I said prayer for courage. Now let's add in protection. Let's put protection. And this is not, I have more to share with you. This is not even all of my list. This take forever. I pray that when opposition comes my way, you will make me brave. Put the words in my mouth to calm the storm that rises up against me. Even though I may be fearful, I know you are my protector. This is very good. I like that one. Let's pick an image. Let's do this one. My eyes was on that. Lord, I pray not for tranquility, nor that my tribulations may cease. I pray for your spirit and your love, that you grant me strength and grace to overcome adversity, to Jesus Christ. Amen. All right, so that's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. All right, so I'm gonna do another video. Now it's the next day. Right now it's 12:21. All right, so let's stop and start a new one.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally, we are all in this together, because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.